So as you can see, we believe that conversation is the key to creating a new future for democracy and journalism. So, Margaret, I am so glad that you are here.
Delighted to be here again. Okay, I need to turn this thing on too. First of all, I want to thank all of you for the great work that you guys are doing. It's really terrific, and we're really excited to be a part of it. Peggy and Stephen, a year ago, I think it was, talked about it's great to have passion, but you need to have action that relates to this. Was that in Memphis, guys? Yes. Aha. See, you didn't think I was paying attention. We hope to help with that because there are some, with research we can discover what we think is really out there. Research isn't perfect, but research can sometimes give us a basis on which to make better decisions and to really refine what we're offering. We need your help to do this, and we need your help to help move forward with the research I'm going to discuss. I'm going to start out by talking about a content analysis we've done on community news sites, citizen journalism, and other online journalism efforts. Some of our findings I've discovered already, and remember they are a little bit preliminary, but we feel pretty confident in our study instrument. But we found some things that surprised us. Sometimes in research that's a good thing. Sometimes it's a thing that maybe we want to think over a little bit. Another thing I want to emphasize is even during this initial part of our chat, if there's a question about something, please don't be shy. Raise your hand. Let me know. I will tend to wander around, which of course makes life very complicated for our wonderful interpreter, but I know she'll do a good job at this. So we can make this thing move. How are consumers getting their news? What's the nature of that news? How extensive is the amount of public news that's out there? What's the source? And, you know, there's that other nasty part. What's the financial model? So our goal was to create a census, a taxonomy of news categories, sites, formats, and so on. We started out by sampling and analyzing a total of 15 cities and 5 large, 5 medium, and 5 small cities in the U.S. And as we'll talk about, we're also in the process of building a pretty sophisticated social network that will connect people who are working in community journalism or other types of new journalism or legacy journalism with people who have similar interests or have knowledge. We'll talk about that as we go along. This is sort of the protocol for the site, and I won't go into all the dreadful details. One of the things we found is that, and we realized that when we went into community journalism and what's going on out there in the Wild West, that things were going to be pretty complicated. We had no idea. And it's been very challenging, even with these first 15 cities. And we're rolling out to 52 cities this summer. So if you'd like to know more about this research and have some ideas about some things, I'll cover this real rapidly. Please let us know, because we're trying to refine this so that every year we can do, or every 2 years, depending on how it looks, we can replicate these studies and find out what's changing out there. And we suspect that the research we did last year on 15 cities, we're going to look at those 15 cities again, I bet things have changed. So, yes, I'm getting a big nod there. Absolutely, yeah. So we're going to try to give us a baseline for understanding what's out there. Again, we had some strictures on this, and one of the things that I think most of you are interested in focusing on community or a specific kind of geographic area. We wanted to have things offered by community members, not at least primarily professional journalists. At least some of the material needs to be originally produced or aggregated by citizens who participate. You've all seen a million neighborhood CITJ sites. These may be some of the ones you've seen. But the array, the level of sophistication is really the wrong word, but the levels of technologies, what they offer, what their goals are, was vastly, it was just an incredible array of things. So you have local sites, you've got bloggers who have very specific agendas and are on daily rants. We've got the legacy sites that have their own neighborhood sites, like Dallas is one of them. That would be the dallasnews.com, where you can get to these sites, and they have a lot of citizen participation. Richmond, Virginia, there are pockets, and many of you know, these were selected, by the way, randomly in a social scientific way. So we didn't just say, oh, here's a place with a lot of great sites. This is something we really wanted to understand from a qualified social scientific randomized analysis. I just like to say that because I hope it makes me sound smarter. Well, some findings, and this got some folks kind of stomach gassy. And remember, these are preliminary findings, but oh, by the way, you can see this report, or a version of this report, on the 2008 State of the News Media from the Project for Excellence in Journalism. So it's featured in there as well. And I won't read these to you, but I think one of the things that's really interesting is that the capabilities provided by at least the sites we looked at so far were pretty limited for citizen participation. And one of the things, and I'd like you to think about how this works with your sites, and also what kind of, I just talked to somebody a few minutes ago who said, you know, I think I've got some ideas about why you may be finding some of these sorts of things and about what you might find in the future. So, you know, be thinking about those things and be, you know, thinking about categories and reasons for this.